Hey rodeo fans, and welcome back to another episode of Reno Rodeo 365. I'm your host, Jen Fisk, and if you can believe it, this is our last episode before the hustle and bustle of the holidays, because the next time you see us with the Reno Rodeo, it will be down live in Las Vegas for the National Finals Rodeo, and we will jump into all of that here in just a moment. We are just 205 short days away from the wildest, richest rodeo in the West. And if you're living under a rock, Reno Rodeo tickets are on sale now. So get them while they're hot. They make great Christmas gifts. A quick update on an injury report. Stetson Wright has returned to the arena after his September injury, leaving him with 5 broken ribs. That debut performance back was earlier this month in Heber City, Utah at the Wilderness Circuit Finals. In other breaking news, cowgirl Anita Ellis will not be joining us in Las Vegas for the National Finals Rodeo. She was 8th in the world in the women's barrel racing, but took a fall and has recently been released from the ICU. So we are wishing her a speedy recovery and, of course, well wishes, as we will be missing her down in Las Vegas. Coming up on this episode, we talk all things National Finals Rodeo with a very special guest. We will dive into the top cowboys and cowgirls to watch and who our picks are for those world titles. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsors.
Ride towards it. Reach for it. Protect it. Enjoy it. Blue skies. Open roads. Wrangler. Long live cowboys.
Keep it dirty. Get outside. Join the movement, a proud sponsor of the Reno Rodeo.
Welcome back, rodeo fans. I'm so excited to dive into this segment, especially with no stranger to the camera, no stranger to the Reno Rodeo. Tony Hollywood Lucero is in with us today to talk all things National Finals Rodeo. Tony, hello.
Hello, Don. So it's great to be back. Like I say, it's been a venture this year, learning a lot under your tutelage. So thank you so much on that. But yeah, it's exciting. Guys, we're going to NFR this year. First time for Reno Rodeo. This is something awesome and unprecedented for us too.
Yeah, and we head down in just one short week, so I'm getting excited. I know you're getting excited. Before we jump into what's ahead, just a couple weeks ago, earlier this month, Reno Rodeo was in Heber City, Utah for the Wilderness Circuit Finals Rodeo and won this nice shiny piece of hardware here, Nevada Large Outdoor Rodeo of the Year. Tell us a little bit about what that means.
So what this does, they go through their committees, and this is voted through the Wilderness Circuit as a large rodeo, outdoor rodeo. And Reno Rodeo was one that was credited with the award this year. It was a big honor for our executives that were there to be able to accept this honor.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now the nitty gritty. We're headed to the City of Lights, Sin City, Las Vegas, Southern Nevada. You know it and love it. We will be there.
Absolutely.
Let's dive in. Who to watch? Who are your favorites? Give us a little bit of info about the National Finals Rodeo. It's been in Las Vegas since 1985.
Yep. And this is going to be, it's an unprecedented purse of $17.5 million.
Wow.
We've talked about it in some of our earlier episodes. This is just, again, to show the growth of rodeo is absolutely amazing. I mean, the rounds, you can talk about the rounds as well, but, you know, this kind of a purse is, it's not only life-changing, but it can change from a contestant going from number 15 to number 1 in the world.
Absolutely. A lot happens in 10 days.
Yes, especially now. So like I say, this you know, in 2025, you know, the purses are going up.
Yeah.
You know, so with that being said, the one tidbit I want to throw in is something that's new this year for NFR is they're going to change the scoring at the NFR this year to where they're going to go to quarter points. So instead of an 85 or an 85 and a half, you could see an 85 and 7, you know, 3/4 or an 85 and 1/4, which some probably familiar with it in the PBR, but it's never been in per se PRCA.
Yeah, and that's going to throw me off my game because I love to sit at home and watch and throw out my scores and see what my comparisons are. So I'm going to have to get used to that. But even starting this year alone, a go-round win pays nearly $38,000 for the first place go-round winner, and it goes down from there. And the NFR average check is just over $94,000. Now, this is a big jump from the start of the 10-year contract back in 2015 when round wins were only $26,000 and the NFR average check was $68,000. So we've come a long way and have recently signed another 10-year contract. So we're here to stay in Las Vegas, but let's dive into it. Walk us through that all-around standing.
All around, we thought was going to go one-sided because of Stetson being hurt.
Yep.
And we weren't sure on Wasey, and Wasey made a big move at the end of the season to jump into 2 events. So kind of a little backdrop to the all-around. All-around is two events with the points being added together or the money. And so with them being there, we thought it was going to be a runaway with Stetson. Then he got hurt. Then we thought it was going to be a runaway with Wasey being there. And guys, I'm going to tell you, it is neck and neck. These two are so close. I don't think anybody saw this one coming as far as what it's going to be as a turnout for the end of the year for the all-around. They're literally $33,000 apart.
Yeah, and Stetson is 12th in the saddle bronc riding, and Wasey is 13th in the bareback. So in their other event outside of the bull riding, they're neck and neck in that same, similar seating, and then coming into that all around, just $33,000 apart. We mentioned that the go-round win pays out nearly $38,000. So one go-round win can put Wasey in front, and they could ping pong the entire NFR.
And again, that average being almost $100,000. That's really the difference right now between 15th and 1st in some events. And that can be scooped up in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. Jumping into the bareback riding, Rocker Steiner is $82,000 ahead of second place Sam Peterson. The reigning world champion Dean Thompson sitting number 8. So he's got plenty of room over these next couple weeks to make some big moves as well. I think that's unpredictable, but $82,000 is a pretty good lead going into Vegas.
It is. And Bradley Miller coming in at number 2 right now. He's already making a run for 2027. He's already at the top of the standings for the 2027 or 2026 standings. He's 22,000, I think, in the lead right now.
Wow.
For this new year. So he's coming in fresh and he's on a roll.
I love it. I love it. Saddle bronc riding, Ryder Wright, reigning world champion, is only $15,000 ahead of second place Damian Brennan, who's only $10,000 ahead of third place Dawson Hay. So $25,000 separates the top 3 saddle bronc riders in the world right now.
And
that's less than one go-round payout.
It is, and it can be just a miss of one ride.
Yep.
If one guy misses one ride and he's clean on 9 horse, 9 head, and one's on 8, that average can really, it's really going to make the difference this year, I believe.
It might come down to that quarter point.
It could come down to that as well. The steer wrestling, we have our Reno Rodeo champion, Will Loomis. He made a big push when he came to Reno, and he just hasn't been on a stop. He's going into this thing, leading the world. He's kind of the one I kind of got to look out for the world title this year. He's hungry.
I'm rooting for Will. He's just a great guy. We've talked to him a couple times, recently on Reno Rodeo 365, a couple times in the winner's circle at the Reno Rodeo, of course, as a champion. And he's just wholesome. He's humble.
Yes.
He's a great person. And I think he would really love, obviously they all would, but he would really love, I think it would make his year and his career if he were to bring home a world championship.
I really think he's got that hunger and that drive right now ever since he left Reno, and it just hasn't let up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, reigning world champion J.D. Structus, number 6, going into the National Finals Rodeo in the steer wrestling. So we'll be keeping an eye on him to see if he can hold on to that title, but I think that's going to be tough competition there. In the tie-down roping, reigning world champion Riley Webb is back in the number 1 seat and $49,000 ahead of Shad Mayfield. A pretty significant gap there, but I am impressed by Shad. He's also a world champion, a Reno Rodeo champion. He knows how to get it done. I don't think he's scared by that gap going into Las Vegas.
That tie-down roping group of the top 15, there's not one in there that I would count out. It's going to be that tough this year. If you want to watch an event that's going to be tough, that's going to be a tough event right there.
Absolutely.
On the team roping, we got Caleb Driggers coming in with Junior Noguera on the backside. Those guys are always tough.
Yeah.
They're both reigning champions, or world champions, past world champions. Tanner Tomlinson, we talked about him earlier in the year, and Travis Graves. Those two right there. Travis has never gotten there. Tanner is a young gun, came in last year, and they're the ones I say that are going to make a big move. If Travis has an NFR, that's going to be a big team right there, I think we watch. But we also got Clint Summers and Jade Corkill coming in at number 3. Jade's number 3 in the world. This guy took 2 years off of rodeo.
Yeah.
He's got 3 world championships, and he's come back and he's sitting 3rd in the world and primed to take number 4. And I want to say he's only $30,000 out of first right now.
No, he's only 2,000 behind second place right there.
Yeah, so
and no one takes time off like that and comes back to make it and qualify for the National Finals Rodeo the way that he did.
And it's funny, we were talking about team. I talked to a guy today, and he had told me that we talked about Jade and the NFR, and he told me that that's the GOAT. He says he's the GOAT. And I was like, well, I kind of have to favor him going in just because I've known his family since he was a little kid. Yep. But again, another event's going to be exciting. I know you're going to hear it from me, but this rodeo this year for the NFR is going to be spectacular. They're so close, and the money that's involved, everybody there has a chance to take the title away this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we all just need to root for Jade. I mean, coming out of Fallon, Nevada, going to the National Finals Rodeo with world titles under his belt after taking some time off and being in the position he's in, just truly set up for success. You can't help but root for the hometown cowboy.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree with you there.
In the bull riding, Wasey Shallow, we talked about him in the all-around, only $2,000 ahead of Stetson Wright. And reigning world champion Josh Frost not returning to Vegas this year. He actually had shoulder surgery earlier this month, so we're wishing him a speedy recovery and return to next year's season. But Wasey and Stetson neck and neck like they always are. What do you think about that?
Again, it's going to come down to that. I mean, it's going to be exciting. We got, in almost every event this year, we have at least 2 rookies. Team roping, we have 2 rookie teams. But we got Hudson Bolton at number 6 as a rookie. Of course, we're all going to have eyes on Stetson and Wasey, but I think there's with Tristan Hutchins right there, and some of these others. Don't turn your head too far because they can sneak up on you.
There are some names in the bull riding this year I was surprised to see make that top 15, and then there were some I was surprised that were on the outside of it, and not even just outside 16, 17 spots. They were pretty far down in the standings this year. And so I think that this is an event that you see a lot of shifting, especially with newer guys coming. They're pretty young, and I have to say it probably has something to do with just their health and wellness, their bodies, their physicality, their age. You know, some of these guys come in at 19 years old. It's a lot different competing when you're a little bit older. Your body doesn't respond to that event as well. So I think that it's always interesting in the bull riding to see the turnover that happens pretty quickly when other events you do see some more consistency.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you on that. Is we are seeing a change of the not a change of the guard, but a shift in the bull riding with these younger guns coming in. And like I say, to come in at a rookie season number 6 in the world, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the women's barrel racing, Cassie Mowry back as the reigning world champion, sitting number 1 and $7,000 ahead of number 2, Brittany Posey-Tenosi. You're a big Posey-Tenosi fan.
Yeah, I am. You know, I've followed her for many years. She's been, gosh, I want to say, she's 3-time world champion, 18-time qualifier.
Wow.
So she's been in and out of there a lot. To see her back, she made a big comeback last year and made a run. Coming back this year, she's sitting strong again. Of course, we got Haley Kinzel. Yep. We got Emily Bissell. We got a lot of them that are sitting right there. And of course, we got another younger rookie, or a young rookie, is Trisha Aldridge.
Yes.
With Pantalones. It's the most winningest barrel horse in history. So it's just
like
exciting.
Her horse's name. I can't wait to hear them say Pantalones every night in the Thomas and Mack.
and he's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. If you like Palominos, got to look for him.
Awesome. All right, out of everyone headed to the National Finals Rodeo, it's a little bit different. I think for me, I really look forward to the first night or the first weekend. Everyone's healthy. Everyone's horses are healthy. They're hopefully injury-free. Whereas as the later you get into the week, you're risking maybe a little bit dancing around those injuries. But Tony, what is your absolute favorite part about the National Finals Rodeo, whether it's a specific person you're watching or just the bright lights of Las Vegas?
I think it's a combination of everything, but I just love the opportunity to watch the best do their work. That's the good thing. Whether it's first in the world or 15th in the world, they all are there for a reason. They're all capable of being world champions. And just to see not only them do their trade, but if we talk about Pantalones, we talk about Jade Corkhill and his horse, and the horses that we're going to see there that are just unbelievable horses. Clint Summers and Jade Corkhill are coming in. Clint Summers, I think he had second horse of the year in the AQHA, and Jade Corkhill had third position-wise for AQHA horse of the year. So not only to see these guys as athletes, but to see these animals work. And I don't know, I just like something about the breakaway and the team roping where those horses just sit down and sit on their butts and slide.
We've talked about it a couple times this year, from Reno Rodeo to now. Tie Down Roping is one of my favorite events, and you touched on it, this just being a stacked year for the Cowboys and their horses, and so I'm looking forward to that. In the same aspect of the animals, I just love watching them stop, and the communication that they have, silent but competitive in the arena with their rider.
Very much, and that's a key word. It's very silent, and they telepathic. They know what they're doing.
Yes, they do. Tony, thank you so much for joining us to dive into this. I can't wait to head down to Las Vegas with you next week. Catch us live episode of Reno Rodeo 365. The information will be all across our socials. You cannot miss it, and we will see you soon. Coming up next, some important information on Reno Rodeo committees and how you can get involved. Welcome back, rodeo fans. I'm thrilled to be joined by Assistant Chairman of the Bowling Committee of the Reno Rodeo, Steve Britton, here to tell us all about the upcoming 8th annual Reno Rodeo Bowling Tournament. Let's dive into how we got 8 years into this thing. I feel like we just started.
Yeah, we started 8 years ago, obviously, and we were at the GSR, and then we just kind of grew since then. And 1 year GSR said, sorry, we can't accommodate you.
Wow.
And it was last minute, kind of scary. We didn't know if the bowling tournament was going to happen, so we reached out to National Bowling Stadium. They said, we would be thrilled to have you guys. So this is actually, will be our 3rd year being at the National Bowling Stadium.
And how cool is it that we just have a National Bowling Stadium here in Reno that we're able to pair this event with?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's amazing. The facility is amazing. If you haven't been there, being a local here, going inside is just amazing. I haven't bowled there yet because I'm out there being the MC on the mic and getting everybody to donate and, not donate, but spend their money for raffle tickets and the silent auctions and raffle items. But if you haven't been to go bowl, it's a great event.
So in addition to the team sign up, raffle items, silent auction, where does all this money go and who does it benefit?
Yeah, so everything that we do is for the Justin Crisis Boot Fund and for the Reno Rodeo Crisis Fund as well. So there's a certain amount that we give to Justin Boot, and I want to say it's about between $10,000 to $12,000, and then everything else that we make on top of that, then it comes back to us for the Reno Rodeo Crisis Fund.
Yeah, and that Justin Boot, that's the Justin Cowboy Crisis Foundation that helps support athletes along their journey when they're injured, and we have a trailer here at the Reno Rodeo, so that money really does go back into the sport of rodeo, and then of course back into the Reno Rodeo. What kind of growth have you seen over the last few years, whether it comes from number of teams? Obviously you outgrew one location and now you're at the National Bowling Stadium. What does that mean to the committee?
So we put a lot of hard work into it. Go out there, we get sponsors to be sponsors either for our committees. So if ABC company says, yep, I want to sponsor, but I don't want to bowl, that's fine. We have their signage up on the marquee in the NBS. And if they want to bowl, they could come bowl. Still have the signage up on the marquee. And but yeah, just as far as the growth goes and just being in the NBS, there's 74 or 76 lanes in there. And so that's our goal, is to try to fill it up. This year's is 60 is our goal.
Okay.
And so each year, since we've been in the NBS, we have grown about 3 to 4 teams over the last couple of years. So we're hoping to make it to 60 this year, if not more.
And there's only one category. There's no Pro Bowl, Amateur Bowl. Everyone's fair game, same level.
Yep, everybody's same level, fair game. It's a nine tap strike. And
I have no idea what that means.
Yep. So if you bowl, you hit the you get 9 pins down, it's a strike. So yeah, so it's a nine pin no tap bowl.
Okay.
That's what we kind of call it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a bowler myself. Just like to do it for fun. But yeah, if you
mean
hit
you're
the
not
nine,
practicing for this event?
No, well, no, because I don't bowl. I'm not able to bowl. I got to be on the mic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's 80 level, amateur, pros. You know, we do have some community members out there who are great bowlers. Just a fun fact: last year there was an event before our event last year, and so this family who was here that came to bowl at that event said, "Hey, what's going on in Reno?" Saw that we were doing a bowling tournament, came, walked on, paid the $200, and they walked away being the champions for.
You're kidding.
Yeah, so
That
walk-on
is
team
awesome.
last year. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So really, if you're watching and you're interested, tell us how much it costs to sign up, how many people on a team, and what you win if you win.
Yes, sure. So $500 is for our sponsorships. That gets you the shirt, logo on the back of the shirt, logos up on the marquee, and then we do social media posting as well to promote the event, and then also to promote our donors or our sponsors as well. That's $500. And then if you don't want to sponsor, you just want to grab some friends and say, hey, let's go have some fun at the bowling tournament, it's $200.
Nice.
That gets you a shirt. And then with both the tier levels there, we also have breakfast that we're going to have in the morning. And then, you know, kind of most of the important thing, because we're all kind of in the rodeo community, is that we'll have some bars there as well.
We do love a bar moment. This is in February, so there is still some time. Where can people sign up? And of course, tell us about the nice shiny buckle.
Oh, the buckles,
right?
yeah, that's
buckle
right.
that
I forgot.
you win.
Yeah,
the
yeah. Thank you for
coveted
reminding me.
buckle. You
Yes.
can't go to a rodeo event and win and not take home a buckle.
Yep. So yeah. So for the team who wins, it's the highest score between the two games. So there's two games bowled, and out of whoever's the highest team out of the combined teams gets the coveted bowling tournament belt buckle.
And there's one per person on the team.
One per
Not one buckle to share for
Correct.
4
One
people.
person, one buckle per person, and then a buckle for a sponsor if there's a sponsor team.
Awesome. And when is the event? It's February 1st?
February 1st,
Okay.
10 o'clock, 10 to 2. And we usually open up probably about 8, so that way we can get people come in, register, get some breakfast.
Okay.
And we're doing the last little minute logistics to make sure everything runs smoothly.
Perfect. And we'll make sure the information is on the screen so that you can know where to go to sign up. You can also head to the Reno Rodeo website, which is renorodeo.com. Steve, is there anything else about the tournament we need to know, and when is the deadline?
So the deadline is January 26th, I believe.
Okay.
But I can get back to you for that. And that ensures that you have that we have all shirts accounted for, and all the logos are on the shirts for our sponsors. But you still can sign up to about maybe the 31st.
Okay.
Well,
Just in
probably
the
about
nick
the
of time.
30th, yeah. But that doesn't guarantee any shirts. But just for the shirts and everything else, the last day is, I believe, is January 26th.
Perfect. Reno Rodeo fans, if you're fans of bowling, whether you're great at it or an amateur, you've got time to practice, jump online, get some more information. We'll share it on all our socials. And like I said, you can head to the Reno Rodeo website, but supporting a great cause with the Justin Cowboy Crisis Foundation, and of course, some of that money going back into the Reno Rodeo. We love when your participation stays local, and we love to see you out there at these kinds of events. So jump on that. Steve, thank you so much. It was great to chat with you, and
Yes,
hopefully we
likewise.
get those 60 spots. If not, we'll sell out the entire National Bowling
That'll be
Stadium.
awesome. That's our goal. One of these years, we're going to do it. All 76 lanes filled.
I love it. All right, we'll be right back after another message from our sponsors.
Are you ready to start your tomorrow today? WM is hiring CDL drivers, technicians, and other positions. Incredible benefits, competitive pay, and a people-first culture. Apply now at careers.wm.com.
Coors Banquet, the same brewing tradition since 1873. Start your legacy.
Keep it dirty. Get outside. Join the movement, a proud sponsor of the Reno Rodeo.
Welcome back, rodeo fans. I hope you consider joining us for that 8th annual Reno Rodeo Bowling Tournament. It benefits a great cause. And just to confirm, the deadline to sign up is January 16th, so jump online now and get involved. Save the date now for January 24th, Miss Reno Rodeo one-day mini clinic from 9 to 4 p.m. You can register now for special holiday pricing. This is your chance to deep dive into pageant prep, from clothes to hair and makeup and interview questions to horsemanship. Don't miss this one-day jam-packed, amazing Miss Reno Rodeo clinic. As always, we want to remind you that Reno Rodeo 2026 tickets are on sale now. You can get them just in time for Christmas. Come down to the rodeo office and stock up on Reno Rodeo apparel, mugs, jewelry, and the new very shiny Montana Silversmith belt buckle designed by this year's Reno Rodeo president, Mark Sutton. All available at the Reno Rodeo office. And rodeo fans, we have some big news we are excited to share with you, so tune back in next week as we go live from Las Vegas. That is Wednesday, December 3rd at noon. Tony and I will be doing Reno Rodeo 365 live from the City of Lights. Can't wait to see you there. I'm your host, Jen Fisk. We'll catch you next time on Reno Rodeo 365.
Your great-granddad rode in the Reno Rodeo back in his day. It was his way of honoring America.
Grandpa.
Now it's your turn. Boots on and flags high. This year we ride to celebrate America.